Quick video on the gradebook. Just going to give it a quick explanation. First, you want to log in. I'll have given you this information up front. I'm going to put it in the video since it's kind of going to be on a public site. So first log in and click on gradebook. You'll see we have green and we have yellow co-op. So we're just going to take a look at the green first so I can explain to you what's here. Okay, so attendance, we have 9/12 to 9/23. Typically in a 2-week period, you have 5 days that the kids work. Okay, so if they work all the days, they get a 5. If they only work 4, they get a 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, etc. Okay, timesheets and pay stubs. Okay, so for the timesheets, what the kids are going to turn in is what looks like this. Okay, this they should be turning in every time you have a co-op class every other week. Okay, so you have week 1 filled in, total hours worked. Okay, the top part should be filled in, and then week 2, total hours worked. Okay, and they'll turn these in every 2 weeks. So every time you have a class, this gets turned in, and the grade is right here. And again, 100 if they have it all, it's on time. 75 if it's a day late, 50, 0, etc., etc. Depending on how you want to do that. But that's the way that I did it. Pay stubs, a lot of times the kids just send them to me because every 2 weeks they may not have them, or just basically a lot of the guys are just in the habit. Some kids turn them in a box outside the library. A lot of guys just text them to me when they get them because everybody's on like a different schedule. Not everybody, but a lot of people are on different schedules when they get paid. Okay, paperwork, the same thing. Okay, that's for the next class every 2 weeks. Okay, your attendance. Employer observations. Now, employer observations are the sheets that you pick up when you go out to visit, and they look like, not that one. They look like this one. It's called the Student Performance Evaluation, and your employers will have this for you. Basically, we kind of have them tell them to have it done by the 20th of the month, and then you do a visitation sometime after the 20th. We talk about all that other stuff later. But you can see down here where the grades are from 100 all the way down to 62. I just add all of them up in the columns, divide it by 10, and that's their monthly score. That's what I would put here. You can add other stuff in here if you want to. I added stuff in like gradebook. If they signed up for gradebook, they got extra points, that kind of thing. I'll make sure I get this stuff all caught up for you before I go. There's still stuff I got to put in here, I see. Okay, I had it set on quarter 1, so you couldn't see everything. So I want to change it to final year grade. I had it set at quarter 1, so when I was showing you this stuff, I thought a bunch of stuff was gone. So you want to make sure you hit final year grade. That's the way they do stuff here. There's no report cards every quarter. Okay, so now everything is there. So some of the extra stuff was send email. Just gave us extra credit. And I have it done all the way through the end of the year. Our colors just changed, so I'm going to try to get through January, at least put in here for you to get you started. Okay, yellow's the same way. It's all the way through. If you want to add an assignment, just click add assignment. Name your assignment, all that stuff. You can figure all this stuff out. It's pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory. This thing also has tutorials on how to do things. So I'm going to walk through each individual thing, but you can name your assignment, give it the date. What type of assignment is it? I have 3 different types of assignments. I have paperwork, I have employer observation, and I have attendance, because those are the 3 things that I did. I suppose you can go through and add more if you want to. Each thing is weighted differently. Employee observations are weighted the heaviest. With paperwork and attendance not worth as much. A large part of the grade for co-op is based upon your employer observations, because I mean, we're not with them. You have them for a class half hour half hour every 2 weeks. Turning in the paperwork, and attendance is also important, of course. But number one, the places that are employing our kids are really the ones that are teaching them. So that's really where a large part of our grades are coming from. Okay, you have your student list here. If you're going to add a new student, whoop, went too far. Add a new student, you just put, I'm just going to put test student here so you can see. Their email you can get either from the student, or you can go on to Jeff Tech's website and it'll show you where all that stuff is, and I'll show you that in a different video. Okay, the city and state and all that stuff really doesn't matter. What class to enroll them in, either in green or yellow, depending on what day you ended up putting the student on. That's how you would enroll a student in there. Okay, so once a student's enrolled, then you want to go to, let me see, setup. And then you're going to go to invite. Okay, and the reason you're doing this is because you're inviting this student to be able to have access to their grade book. Okay, so wherever your new student would be, you would find them on this list. Like for John, you would put John's email address in, check the box here, then go down to the bottom and hit email selected. And that'll send the student an email. It gives them a link on how to sign up and to be able to get access to their grades. And I think that's really like the main things that you need to know about the grade book. I mean, you can mess around in here and look at other stuff. There's lots of different things that this thing will do. There's places for help, there's videos, etc. But that'll get you started on what it is that you need to do.